I am currently in Haines, Alaska. This is starting my live video that will be posted afterward. It's before any guests or watchers have arrived. Except for you, of course. Hello. Oh, Yvonne. Hello, Sharon. Hello, Elizabeth. Hello, Brian. Hello, Pine Nut. Hello, Callie. Hello, Anthony. Not bad. Needs salt, though. My trench coat, along with my hoodie and a couple other things, I got left on the foot of my bed when I left Washington. Regretfully, I forgot it. The trip's going well. I'm delayed here in Haines, but I don't mind at all. It's nice to just relax. I haven't done that in a long time. No. Actually, the reason my last live cut off a bit abruptly was the dad of the person who owns a piece of property came over. Oh, salt. Came over to make sure that I was good and brought this white frame and thought I might be able to use it. They are super nice. Sorry, for a second I thought I saw a piece of fennel in my stew. That would have been bad. It's the ocean. This is Haines, Alaska. Does smell good. It's a vegetable soup that I added beef to. There's a highway to Haines from the lower 48. But there is not a highway to Ketchikan or Juneau. You have to take a ferry to get there. So next year, I'm going to be bringing my sons along on this journey. Oh, not too bad, Maria. How are you doing? It's very hot, but it's nice on a cool day by the ocean. No, I haven't managed to get my fishing license yet. My paycheck from YouTube, from the gifts that y'all guys send here, it doesn't come in until the end of the month, but I have a paycheck coming in on the 15th. So, oh no, 4 is not too young for the wild. No. Just depends how well you take care of them. Anyway, so I get a paycheck on the 15th that I'm going to be getting my fishing license. It's actually very important. It was very important to my ex-wife and I to be able to give Eli and Adam Alaska, at least a taste of what I had growing up. It's a bit undercooked, but so tasty. So all of my socials are pretty much the same thing. It's Noah DC Brown. But you could go to my account here on YouTube, and the link that is called Linktree has all of my social media links. It has my my YouTube, my TikTok, my Instagram, Facebook, Cash App, all of those. It has everything. It is peaceful. I was actually thinking about going and sitting on the beach. Yes, we've kind of had one of those tough luck lives since I can remember. I'm not sure how much the show actually captured of that, though. I am still making crazy stuff, yes. So this is actually an inlet, so there aren't many whales or anything here. Not that I would get in the water anyway. The man, the myth, the legend. Sort of how someone in my family would introduce me. The man, the myth, the legend, the disappointment. Oh, an inchworm. Well, High Life. I'm actually posting videos here on YouTube that are basically just me doing my thing. I'm hanging in there. I am. I appreciate the compliment, but I'm doing my best. It's actually pretty tasty. Thank you for the suggestion, Mike. However, I do not I don't smoke weed or anything like that. Of course, Vincent. You want a bite? Sure. Here you go. Yum 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 yums. Oh, hey, Dory, welcome in. Depends on your definition of healthy. I have chronic migraines and I'm about 45 pounds overweight, so. And your top 5 favorite shows, very cool. We're currently on hiatus until we come back on Discovery Channel. I'm posting videos of my life here on YouTube. Eli's been to Alaska, but Adam has not yet. How's my mental health? I'm fine. There's a lot of crows in the background, seagulls. There were a couple blue herring. There's actually 3 blue herring, which is awesome. And then there was a couple eagles. There's eagles that nest in that tree over there. Oh, I'm actually looking at one right now. I'm doing good. I'm currently in Haines, Alaska, enjoying some scenery, nice chill in the air, and some warm vegetable and beef soup. So I'm currently back at the friend's piece of property. I'll be heading back to the old house site to continue digging through in a couple days. Hello, Dawn. is the house still there? If you're referring to the house that was on the show, that house is still on the property out by Huna. But the house that we lived in a decade before the show, here in Haines, no. Of course, I'm glad that I could bring y'all guys along. Very cool, Claudia. I'm glad you're liking the videos. Thank you for the condolences. So I just have to scroll back up. Are you going to stream live when you get to the old house site? I could. If I set up the Starlink, I could stream while I was digging through, but it would be difficult to do that and be able to answer questions. Thank you, Spartacus, for the condolences. So I get my paycheck on the 15th. That's when I'm going to be getting my license. You know what? Let me go for seconds. That was tasty. You are still handsome, and you still need glasses. My sons are 5 and 3, and I miss them. Swing low, sweet chariot, I'm coming for to carry me home. Eyes are up here, guys. Yes, I took an IQ test when I was younger. I don't share the results, just like I don't share my maximum bench press or anything like that that might be viewed as bragging that people would want to discuss. Yeah, the background's so nice. I mean, look at that. Yes, Tank, this is really me. I do have some footage that I'm currently editing of me looking through the house a bit, and then my encounters with the grizzly bears. I haven't uploaded it yet. Yes, it's a real background behind me. The water looks clean. It's Alaska. Of course it is. What kind of music do I listen to? It depends really what mood I'm in or what situation I'm in. I like all music. It is more of an individual basis of the specific song, less genre, more song. Because I've even heard some rap songs that were good. But I don't go in for all songs of every genre. No, I'm in Haines, Alaska. No, I was set up to get a tattoo from Rob in Tonasket. He's usually in Coeur d'Alene now. Oh, yes, classical music is my favorite. Well, my technical favorite is anything orchestral or operatic. Uh, and you can always throw on some Bach, and I will appreciate it. You as well, Sunshine. You left Alaska in 2000. Okay. What audiobooks have I listened to lately? Uh, right now I am listening to lectures and studying. It is a instructional audiobook about learning Thai. Uh, so you don't know who Bach is, Eugene? Type in the word Bach into YouTube and you'll learn very quickly. I have 2 sons. No, I'm not married. Do I like reggae? Uh, not all reggae, but I am definitely a fan of Bob Marley. If you really don't know who Bach is a classical composer. He's one of the greats. Did I listen to my dad's audiobook? No. I'm not gonna sit there and listen to 8 hours of my brother talking. That would drive me crazy. Y'all can enjoy, but I'm good. I've read the book. Mm, tasty. If you're on the beach right now, then stop being on your phone and enjoy your surroundings. Am I gay? No. No. I only like women. I have been to Texas, yes. I have some family that lives down there. Nope, truck is still not fixed. You seen a digesting pizza? Next time I head into town, I'm probably gonna pick up some pizza. It's a pizza shop here in Haines. Sequel to what? My mom is doing well. For any specific updates, you have to reach out to her directly. I don't discuss other people's business. Okay, Joyce, have a good one. So while I'm gone, I get to talk to my boys every day at 6:30 my time, 7:30 their time over video chat, as long as I don't miss it. And then when I'm in town, uh, I get to see them a couple times a week. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not filling, but it's tasty. It's a little bit more salt. It's tasty. It's just soup. Yes, the old house is the same one that I located in the last season when I was with my son up here looking for property. But I just did not get enough time to look through things. Uh, so I came back. Your wife says that I look like I'm sad. I'm fine. I'm good. Oh, thank you, John. Hi, Noah. Your viewership numbers are really strong, starting to grow. Richard Rawlings from Gas Monkey Garage says Discovery Channel shows are dead, and what you're doing is the future for those type of shows. Food for thought. Okay, John, I appreciate that. Thank you, Maria. I'm here in Alaska for a little bit, trying to get down to my property to get it fixed up, so I'm bringing the boys with me next year. Do I keep in touch with siblings? I was on the phone with Bear, like, I don't know, 5-10 minutes ago. Yes, I'm still in Haines. Both my sons are doing well. I don't currently have my fishing license. That went very quickly. True, Miss Bugs. Some people just don't have any manners. I don't know if any of my siblings watch my lives. Maybe Smitty. Maybe. Several of my siblings have YouTube channels, yes. Do you believe in working out or just watching your weight? Both. I believe that if you want to lose mass, you have to stop the intake or restructure your intake. I believe if you want to bulk mass, you have to increase intake of the necessary proteins to be able to build the required mass. And the only way to do that is by working the muscles required, lifting. I'm sorry, what did Dory say? I missed it. Am I done yapping? Well, I don't know, Jupiter. Are you? The answer is yes. You're an old soul. No, I'm starting to think that people saying you're an old soul just means that they don't like you. It's like you're unlikable. Of course, I don't really care. So, if it was a compliment, thank you. If not, oh well. Grizzlies were so cool the other night. Yeah, it got a little more intense. Later, it got. Whew. Old soul is you. I'm just teasing with the old soul thing. I'm just playing, guys. Okay, those are going fast. Giggles. I don't giggle. Do I like sports? I'll answer that one. Where is that? All right. Do you mean to perform sports, or to watch sports, or betting on sports? Because those are three very different things. The only sport that I like to watch is Olympic fencing. I like to play catch with my kiddos, and we fence. And I don't gamble with anything besides my life. Thank you, Hazmat. It's definitely a way to get my attention to answer a question. Why is it taking you so long to get to the island? Oh, and what's the narrow line going down the mountain? Okay, so answer that one first. That's a waterfall, and that's a waterfall. It's taking me so long to get to the island because I had issues with my ticket. Pardon me, forgive me for my manners. I had gotten my ticket, and then I hit the road. Yeah, and then I didn't have cell phone reception, and there were some issues with the ticket, and apparently I couldn't be reached because I was out of cell phone reception heading through Canada, and then my ticket was given away because I was non-responsive. So I had to reschedule for the next available ticket that could fit my truck. So it takes a bit. Sorry, something landed on my ear. One moment. Need to fix something. Okay. Oh, I'm looking now. Oh, did I missed some stuff. TTV Noskill 15. Love you, Noah. You're a beautiful soul and so handsome. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. And thank you for the donation. And the next one is from Susan. Hey, Susan. Hey, Noah. Could you put chat on slow mode? I can't find how to do that. I found the chat filters, but I can't seem to find how I control the flow. If anyone knows how to do that, please let me know. Wait, I found it. Set a time limit between messages. 60 seconds. That might be a bit much, but let's go for 30 seconds and see how that works. Very cool. There's a 30-second time delay between messages. Okay. Awesome. Mispronounced, but that's cool, Oak Ridge. 3 minutes is average? Wait. Oh, is that between people? Okay, so it's moving faster than that. How's your family? Love, Brenda. I'm going to make it slower. Okay, so it's not between every message that I see, it's between people being able to send. So I will swap that to a minute. And see how that does. Okay, let's try this again. How long's the ferry trip? A couple days. Hello, Minnesota. Hello, Dory. You're very welcome. I'm glad I found it. How old are my kiddos now? 6 and 3. Much better, indeed, Oak Ridge. Boat ticket? Yes, I have a ticket for the ferry. What kind of truck do I have? I have a Ford F-350 Super Duty. Where the heck are you? I am in Haines, Alaska. Hello, Arkansas. Hello, South Carolina. We're on hiatus right now. No, the ferry does not charge by weight. They charge by the foot. It's like fruit roll-ups. How many acres is my island? Do you have an island you'd like to compare? No, this is a friend's piece of property. She's been letting me stay on while I'm out of town. Okay, they're still going rather quickly. The F-350 is a gas motor and they're still going so fast. Just like, let's try this again. Let's try 2 minutes. I'm malfunctioning over here. Central California. Hello, Rhonda. No. I don't have any current plans to visit Browntown. You should definitely go to Alaska. Just do it. Have I ever watched Forged in Fire? No, but my dad used to really like that show. Hello, Tom from Quincy. Florida's too hot. No, someone's requesting a birthday shout out. Ooh, hello. Lorena? Lorna? Is that Lorna? I don't think that is. I think I'm pronouncing that name incorrectly. I'm sorry, Dory, but yes, there seems to be a lot more undesirables here. Yes, Robert, I bought a house on the average-sized island. I have some people that check on the island occasionally. Just a second, I'll be right back. No, that was tasty. That was good soup. Oh, excuse me. Pardon my manners. Comfy. What's going on with my collar? Ah. There we go. Hello, Indiana. I like doing lives on YouTube. People seem to be a lot nicer than on TikTok. Of course, that would not take much at all. Because, whew, are there some vicious people on TikTok. What's my chest tattoo of? Thanks, Eugene. You need fly kit sometime. Oh, you mean like a fly tying kit? I've never really messed with those. I knew a person that did, but I've never really messed with fly tying kits. Thank you, Tammy. That is so appreciated. You didn't even leave a message with it. if you're gonna donate, you should at least like ask a question, because when you do that, it like brings a big thing up on my screen, and I can definitely answer questions. So if like you have a question you want answered, I just realized I'm not wearing my necklace. Where's my necklace? Now I'm worried where my necklace is. I'll be right back. Did I take that thing off? That worried me. Oh, it's starting to sprinkle. Okay, so I just got very, very worried. And allow me to explain why. So, this necklace, I got given a necklace just like this, and then I lost it, and I always hated that I lost it. So, a family member gave it to me as a Serenity print on the back. So I had it remade. This was custom, because they don't make them anymore. So, I had it remade. And then I wore it for a long time. Wolf howls. I usually howl at 100,000 likes on TikTok, but I'm not sure how I'd do that here, because I don't think it'd be even possible to get 100,000 likes on YouTube. So the reason I was worried about my necklace was because I last took it off when I was digging through the old house wreckage. There we go. So I thought I might have accidentally left it. Whew. Pardon me. This necklace survived my house burning down. It was on my nightstand during the mountain fire, and afterward I dug through the records of my burned house, and I pulled my necklace out of it. The chain was destroyed, but the necklace itself, 1,000 could be doable. Okay, Dory, that's a good idea. If I reach 1,000 likes, I'll give us a howl. I don't mean any like howl, like I'm not gonna throw someone under the bus, but an actual howl at 1,000. So the tarnish on it was because of the house fire. This still has ashes from it on it. So I definitely don't want to lose it. The big boat, I don't know. I have nothing to do with the ownership of it. Is the show coming back? I don't know. Right now we're in hiatus. And until it does, if it does, then I'm going to post videos here on YouTube. $300 likes, very cool. Do I plan on doing any hunting? I do. Yes, once I get closer to my island, I'm going to do some hunting. Yeah, so this necklace is actually one of those things that when I die, one of my kids is going to get this. It's literally in my will already. Did you find the short? No, I thought I did, but it turned out that I didn't. Sorry, I am fighting a migraine. I apologize. It's hard to focus. You can kind of tell because my eyes look like I'm in pain. No, I thought I found the short, but I didn't. And I had to disconnect the battery again, which might cause a problem because when I'm on the ferry, it's going to be for a couple days, and my truck can't last that long, or I'd have to get a jump to be able to fix it. So when I put it on the ferry, I'm going to have to disconnect the battery. And I'm not sure how the ferry is going to handle that. It's going to be one of those like, okay, get out of your truck, head up to the observation deck. I'm going to be like, okay, pop the hood, walk over, disconnect it. Like, just gonna fix this real quick. Is it a green screen? No. Okay, they're on the road. I heard talking. I'm like, oh, the visitor again. Noah, is Christina Griffin one of your friends, or is she acting on her own? She's a moderator. I don't know anyone very well on this app, so I wouldn't classify anyone as my friend. Everyone is acquaintances right now. So I'm not sure. What is she doing? Hello, King Doopy. Welcome aboard. Battery tender? You mean like a battery maintainer, like for maintenance? You're in NC. Is that North Carolina? Why are the gnats getting me? I have like this little machine like supposed to stop them, but yeah. You too, Jeff. How are you doing? Free range chickens, yummy. Are you going to start a Patreon? I don't know what that is. I'll have to look into it. Are you going to start an OnlyFans? No, I'm not planning on it. Am I strapped? I think I know what that means. I almost made a joke. I have a rifle in my truck, if that's what you're asking. Get your battery charged when on use. So the problem I'm having with my truck is unless a battery maintainer was attached to my car and to an outlet, it would just drain down whatever battery you had attached to it. Good evening, Karen. Hello, Joanne. No pistol. No, I drove through Canada, and they do not take kindly to pistols. Patreon is for people who pay for a monthly subscription and they get private videos. Not sure if I want to send private videos. I have Cameo, but I don't have Patreon, no. I should look into it, though. Hello, Tim from Austin, Texas. Yeah, I miss my dad, too. Yeah, he was cool. I know your dad was strictly against alcohol, but I'm curious about his and your stance on cannabis. My stance, which is all I can speak for, I don't care what people do as long as you leave me out of it. That's pretty much it. That's my thing. Do what you want to do as long as it doesn't affect myself or other people. How's the beautiful wife? Well, she's still beautiful, but no longer my wife. My absence was requested and granted. My dad leave me anything extra special? Memories. Lots of memories. You can do what I'm doing now, but no, it's for Patreon. If it's another place to post the videos, I could do that. I'll look into Patreon. Thank you, Dory. Her loss is single woman's gain. I doubt that. Do the ostriches ever have babies? No. You have family in Fairbanks? Very cool, John. Do I have any famous quotes from my dad? First one that comes to mind is don't be a jellyhead. Second one is take it one wave at a time. Third is what the heck are you doing? Certain people in the family heard that more than others. Am I 23? I'm 33. Well, Crystal, you did. I'm sorry you weren't prepared. No one's prepared when this ugly mug pops up on your feed. The instant reaction is, ah! What was that, Karina? Karina, killing me softly. Christina Griffin. I simply asked them to stop asking about family. Oh, no, I appreciate that, Christina. Very much appreciated, yeah. I was able to do guidelines, and it specifically says in the guidelines to please not ask about siblings or my mother. Patreon is to YouTube what subscriptions are to TikTok. Okay, that makes sense. What the heck are you doing? Is your granddad's too? Yeah, one I heard often from my dad. Often from my dad. He'd walk up and be like, little dude, which is what they called me because I was the youngest brother. And he's like, little dude, you know that might explode. Or as some places walking by, don't do that in the house. He had a strict rule on some of my more volatile experiments to keep it at least 150 feet away from the house, or boat, or camp, or him in general. What happened to Browntown? First, thank you. And actually, we had to give up Browntown when my mother was diagnosed with cancer. What's my favorite thing I ever built? Jules, I feel like you know what I'm going to say and that you're just being evil. But my favorite thing that I ever made was a family. We are at 425 likes. When we reach 1,000, I will give a howl. Why no fire? It's not really cold enough for a fire. I'm just being comfy with my coat. I really like this coat, and I take a chance to be able to wear it. My name is Robert Park. I have respect for you, and I love your videos. From Demotion, Alberta, Canada. Oh, hello. Oh, you're in Ireland. Very cool, sunshine. I am. I'm on here. A friend of mine has actually gone to Ireland. I think it's like 8 times or something like that. I'm so jealous. I've always wanted to go to Ireland. It was on my bucket list. B-Rad, sorry to ask that question. My bad, Noah. No, I'm just teasing. I'm just teasing. Get some thicker skin. My eyes are up here, you inappropriate camera. I appreciate the donation, but you don't need to worry about it, B-Rad. What about rebuilding Browntown? We no longer have Browntown. It's not an option. How's the fishing? I wouldn't know. I don't currently have a fishing license. I have all the gear, but I don't currently have the license. You don't see a place for likes? There should be a button, or you might just tap me in the face. I think that's how I get so many likes on TikTok, because to like, you just tap the screen and people enjoy hitting me in the face. That's actually the ocean, so there's lots of kinds of fish. Hello, Bridget from New Jersey. Is that how you say it? New Jersey? New Jersey? Yep, double tap the screen. Yep, just hit me in the face. See if you can hit me. Currently, the show's on hiatus, and while it is, I am posting videos here on YouTube of my adventures, my journeys, my heartaches and sorrows, my joys, and dinner. My ticket is for later this month, and I'll be heading to the island after that. Oh, thank you. Thank you, James. James Solomon. Uh, what is one of your best memories as a kid? More. Very. Uh, so I hate to not answer your question. However, I believe if I were to state my favorite memories from my childhood, it would demean the important other memories that I have. Because every memory with my dad and with my family should hold equal ground in relevance of importance. Don't gamble or drink when you're on the ferry. I don't do either. I only gamble with my life, and I would say only drink chocolate milk, but I regretfully I have to drink other things as well. If I could get away with it, I would drink nothing but chocolate milk. Like old-fashioned Dairy Gold chocolate milk. No, Browntown was not owned by Discovery. Yes, I'm going to be continuing to post here on YouTube. I like YouTube because, one, people seem to be nicer, and two, I don't have to worry about rushing. That was something that always bothered me growing up. You see, I was the fifth born son, and had a stutter. So, being in a large family, if you don't get out what you're trying to say quickly, then you don't get to say it. Because conversations move very quickly if there's a lot of people talking at once. I've noticed that even in modern times, I'm one way when I am just me and someone else, or even me and a group of people that I'm talking to. But as soon as you enter one of my siblings, it changes, right? And I think it's just from growing up in a very large family. Uh, just one of those things. So I feel like on Facebook, for instance, and TikTok, that I have to get out what I'm saying quickly because there's a time limit on how long the videos can be. There's a 3-minute time limit on the reels on Facebook, and there is, I think, a 5 or so minute time limit on, no, longer than that, on TikTok now. They keep expanding it. But uh, here on YouTube, I feel like I can slow down a bit. Uh, get my thoughts out. And I don't like doing the editing. Even if I stutter, stammer, or stop, I feel like I should just post it anyway. So I guess it's more raw, more me, more like we're sitting down and having a conversation, as opposed to rehearsement, rehearsal, rehearsed, whatever you want to call it. Should write a book about all my adventures. I am. No one knows. No one knows he a looker. That's why it's blocking me. LOL. I'm not sure, Auntie, what you mean by it blocking you. And I do have two working eyes. This one works better than this one. So I am able to look around. Yes. Do I have a cat? No. No. I don't have a kitty to pet. Dublin, Ireland. Oh, very cool, D. That was an eagle. Do I feel famous? No. I don't believe that I'm famous. No. You're in Hawaii? Well, brag, why don't you? No, I'm not in Browntown. I'm in Haines. Browntown was on Chichikov Island. Pardon me. I can only answer for myself about filming the show, and I liked how much people enjoyed it. That was why I did it. And filming it was fun, but mainly because it's gonna sound bad. Because people were interested in what I was making or doing. Usually when I'm like, hey, this is what I'm doing, people are like, cool, go do it. Because I do some weird stuff and make weird things. But while filming the show, the producers were like, so what are you doing today? I remember that took some getting used to. It's like people cared I was doing something. Ah. I'm timed out again, but I don't know why. So it's set to be able to comment every 2 minutes in order to help slow down the chat. Am I friends with the camera people from the show? I was friends at the time. There was a couple of them, two of them, two film people that I'm still in communication with, I think. One more than others. Thank you, Susan. Is it glitched? The comment stopped. That was weird. How's my mom doing? She's doing well, Christopher. However, for any specific updates, you'll have to reach out to her directly. The time you made the best thing to scare the bears. Ooh, I've made a lot of things to scare off creatures and people and spirits. But I think my favorite would be the pressure-sensed police sirens. I think that was my favorite. Oh, you said bears, so it's the police siren. Because it was just people in general. My alarm system that I made that played opera was, c'est magnifique. My timeline for getting to the island, Emmy, I have my ferry ticket scheduled for later this month. Then I'm gonna spend a couple days in Ketchikan, and then Prince of Wales. I'm gonna spend longer in Prince of Wales, and then head to my island. Getting close. Thank you. I appreciate the condolences. My dad was one of my favorites too. Will my ex-wife and I be getting back together? No. Reconciliation is not an option. Do you have any favorite moments on the show? I've never seen the show, so I don't know. Oh, thank you, James. Do you remember Bird's rat mouse shoes? Yes, I do. It was very inventive. So a little bit of a long story. I had a pack rat problem up on the mountain in my old lab. And so I had found the rat. It was in one of my drawers of my desk, and I opened it, and I was gonna end it. And I sat there aiming at it, and as I opened the desk, I realized it was feeding babies. It had babies. And being a dad myself, I couldn't do that. So I transplanted the pack rat and its babies into a cage. And I raised them. And then I'm like, okay. They're old enough I can let them go. But it turned out somehow the pack rat, very smart creatures, was able to get out and back in. The mother was. And by the time the first set of babies was old enough for me to be able to let loose safely, and yes, I'd fed them, the mother had gotten pregnant again and had another litter. So I'm sitting there with like 14 pack rats in this terrarium. So every time I'd feed them, I'd play my flute. And it got to a point, and I don't know if this ever aired on the show or anything, but it got to a point where I'd play my flute, I'd be sitting there working, and I'd see them, and they'd be like in their little burrow, and I'd play my flute, and they'd all come out and like raise up on the glass. And I sat there, I'm like, ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. So I didn't let them go. Uh, so then I kept feeding them, and training them, and feeding them, and training them with this flute. So then I was ready to let them loose, and I'm like, I have to stop. So I took these 14 pack rats, and I took them out to the old Gabe's wedding spot. And before I let them loose, dropped down a bag of food, everything that was left, and I just tipped over the thing. And these 14 rats just went into the bushes. And I closed the tray, and I put it away, and I sat there for a moment. And just for fun, I played my flute. And as I played my flute, 14 pack rats came out of the bushes and went and stood up waiting for the food. One of my greatest favorite moments. No clue if it made it on the show. No clue what all they got. But that was just one of my moments in life I wish I had filmed. And I played it, and they sat there, and they waited. And so I threw down the last of the food. They ate it, turned around, and I walked away. Then later, Birdie came to me. She's like, hey, I'm looking for pack rats so that I can make some slippers. And I'm like, I can't kill pack rats anymore. So I let her set up traps and do her thing, because I had relocated my rats. Sorry, that was very off topic, but it's so fun. So currently I'm filming for my my YouTube channel and everything. 1 second, need to fix something. One second, can't see the comments, guys. Give me 1 second. Okay, and I'm back. Yes, Gabe is married. Yes, he has children. For any exact details, you'll have to reach out to him directly. It just started raining. I can feel the light mist hitting me. I'm under a canvas tarp, however, but the wind pushing it, it's nice. No worries, James. I'm glad you liked the story. Thank you. When you made the moving person, and it had a great hair flick. You mean the Bear Crow? I thought it was cool. I dressed it up like Bear. I thought it was cool. Yes, my island has a house on it already. Ketchikan is overrun by cursed skin off cruise ships. That happens. How do you get away? And what do you do for fun there? When I was in Ketchikan, we didn't exactly have a very fun time. We were one of the main times we were in Ketchikan was for the birth of one of my siblings, and the other time my dad had a seizure and went into a coma for a week. I have any deer or bear mounts? No, I do not. I don't, but I haven't gotten a chance to ask anyone about finding some for you, and thank you. But I will look into it as soon as I get a chance. I don't know if my mom has a YouTube page. How did I meet my ex-wife? I met her by the docks at Huna, and she was looking for a four-wheeler rental, and instead of renting a four-wheeler, I offered to take her out on mine because I was also doing some side gig as guiding and whatnot, and I was her guide. I do not know if my mom has a YouTube channel. Hello, Mickey. Have you ever tried tanning a hide? Actually, yes. The family and I used to tan hides. How did the family get picked to be on the TV show? It's a very long story. Do you ever want to patent any of your inventions? I do. Yes, Eugene. Yes, I do. And thank you. I have a couple that definitely need to be patented. Yes, I pulled a cookie out of my pocket. Wouldn't it be hilarious if I reached in and dipped my cookie into milk I had in my other pocket? That would be so funny. No. It'd be funny if I had a top hat on and I pull cookies from one pocket, take off the top hat, and dip it in milk. That'd be funny. And doable. I could do that. I could do that easily. Thank you, Gabriel. Very much appreciated. My older brother's name is Gabriel. Yummy dessert is the best dessert. It was one cookie. It was... Stop with the cookies. I had one cookie. It was one cookie. I can't stop when I just only eat it once. You could say that if I continued to go. Anything more at the Bears the other night? A bit. It's gonna be included in my next video I'm editing. Stop with the cookies. Really? The soup was pretty good. Stop with the cookies. Like I have just a pocket full of cookies. Really? Assuming I have a pocket full of cookies. That is just outrageous. Pocket full of cookies. What kind of person just carries cookies around in his pocket? You make me sound like I'm a cartoon character or something. So I did that once with Bam. Bam was doing a job. Observer, I don't discuss politics of any kind. So Bam was on job. I was saying talking to him. And I'm sitting there as I'm talking to him. I just reach into my shirt pocket. It was just a regular shirt. I didn't have a jacket on. I reach in a shirt pocket and I pull out a chocolate chip cookie. I know I'm overweight. Let me enjoy the story. And I pull out a chocolate chip cookie. And he sits there and he just looks at the cookie. And he keeps talking. I finish the cookie. A couple minutes later, I reach and I pull out another cookie. And he sits there and looks at the cookie and looks back at me. I finish the cookie. A couple minutes later, I reach and I pull out another cookie. And he stops in mid-sentence. He's like, how many cookies do you have? I'm like, do you want one? He's like, no. He's like looking at my pocket. Now that I've had two, you can tell me to stop with the cookie. The view is stunning. It's raining now. I think I'm probably going to check and see if my window's rolled down. Okay. The reason that the guideline is not to ask questions about the family because it's not my information to give. I respect people's privacy. I respect their individuality of being able to give their information that they have to the people that are asking. It's not my business. It's not my place to say. So, if you have questions about my family beyond the typical, they're good, then you have to reach out to them directly. Oh, thank you, Kathy. That is very much appreciated. I'm glad you enjoyed the videos. Be sure to check out the last ones that I did. The next one I'm doing is going to be maybe a little dramatic. How do you reach out to them? They all have social media accounts. Most, if not all of them, have verified accounts. So if you reach out to them through a verified account, they can answer your individual questions. How's my mental health? I'm fine. I'm good. I'm peachy. I'm phenomenal. I'm good. Give us a howl. I howl at every 1,000 likes. We're currently at 594. So we are a little over halfway there. What rapper should I do an edit of? I have no clue what you're talking about. Can we get a walk around, show us the camp? I suppose, James, and thank you. I'm your fan, Noah. I follow you from Brazil, in the city of Palms to Catinos. You are very cool. Keep it up. You are excellent, my friend. Very much appreciated, Gabriel. I appreciate your viewership. Okay, so. That's the fire pit. His name is Brad. This is my cooking station. Its name is Cooking Station. This is my truck. Its name is Norris. Then I have a little table that I drug out of the woods over there. And this is Alaska. I like food. Yes, I am about 45 pounds overweight. I know I need to lose weight, get in shape. Funny thing is, usually when people get divorced, they get in shape, right? However, like the month or so that she asked me to, vacate the premises, I was in some of the best shape of my life. I was down to 187, 88, somewhere in there. I was in good shape. And now I'm overweight again. But that'll be fixed. Indeed, Benny, it isn't. But it's one of the big points is being able to realize, yes, I am overweight. I want to fix this. However, if you don't want to fix it, that's fine. I'm like, if you're comfortable being overweight, be comfortable being overweight. I am 45 pounds overweight. That's how I feel. I feel that I'm 45 pounds overweight. I'm 100 and I'm 230 something, right? Like 235, I think, before I left for my trip. I feel like that is too much for me. Makes me feel bad. But that doesn't mean that it's not a comfy spot. But for me, it just makes me feel bad. Indeed, James. Indeed. And thank you. Yes, Truck Norris. Yes. But yeah, so I'm on my journey of improvement. Not for someone else, but for me. I am 235. I would like to be 180. Yes, I'm actually shooting for 186. That would be awesome if I could reach 186 and then get back up to about 200 pounds. Just with a different body mass percentage. Patrick says, thank you. He says, for the cookie fund. I appreciate that. Cookies are important. That's someone that doesn't want to help me lose weight. Maggie says, me too, badly. Well, that's one of the things. So, I don't know, this is a big thing about, like, dieting, losing weight. Yes, I'm just walking back and forth on the beach. Dieting and losing weight and all of this. If you don't want to lose weight, you're not going to lose weight. If you don't view that you need to lose weight, and that you view that as a problem, you're not going to. However, losing weight for the sake of losing weight can't be your goal to lose weight. This is all just my opinions, and we all have opinions, and opinions are like gold. It only has meaning because everyone agrees that it does. I don't want to lose weight just for the sole purpose of losing weight. I want to lose weight so I can beat my kids, right? I want to be able to beat them in a race. I want to be able to beat them in an arm wrestling contest. I want to be able to run alongside them. And I'm gonna be older when they reach the age to where they want to do this stuff. So I need to lose the weight. I need to keep it off. I need to make that my new normal so that I can be there for my kiddos. It's not about that. I feel comfy at about 205, right? I don't have a super large gut. I feel comfy there. But I know that for my kids, it'd be best for them if I was better. Go, Nutter Butter Cookies. We're talking about dieting and y'all sending me money for cookies. This is hilarious. You lost 80 pounds by eating meat, no carbs? That sounds like a good diet. Meat, so just have like a plate of bacon. I'm kidding, I know, it's steak, it's lean, it's a diet plan. I'm looking for rocks. That is hilarious. Probably too far away from my Wi-Fi router, though. So that's the ocean. So yes, there's salmon in it. It is the ocean. There's a lot of things in it. I've always liked walking on the beaches. I've always liked beaches. It's weird. This one actually has like sand. I'm used to more gravel beaches. Have I ever found any arrowheads? I don't believe I personally have, no. Any paranormal experiences? I don't know. I have experienced some supernatural connections before. But of course, not all things last. What's my next move? I'm waiting here. I'm waiting here until the ferry. And then I'm going to Ketchikan From Ketchikan, I'm heading to Hollis, which is in Prince of Wales. And then from Hollis, I'm going to check out and revisit some old spots from my childhood. More my early adolescence, I guess. Late adolescence. Anyway, and then head to my island. Which taxidermy? I'm in Y. You tell you found arrowheads. They want to close your property off for archaeology. Oh, I did not know that. Thank you, John. Have you been seeing any northern lights in this trip? Also, do you have a favorite star constellation? Ooh. I'd say my favorite would have to be the Big Dipper, of course. I'm Alaskan. And no, I haven't currently seen any Aurora Borealis yet. It's not really a time of year for that. No, it's tasty. It's still tasty. Sorry, Stacy, I don't think it'd be a good idea for me to take people out to the island. I'm not sure what would be worse. If you were lost in the woods. Or lost for me. So, that's tasty. I'm glad I added that can of meat. I like meat. Silence of the Mind. We're doing good. Doing good. For any specific updates about individuals, you have to reach out to them directly. But I'm in Alaska and I'm hanging out. Do I own the island? Yes. I am the sole owner of the island property. My ex-wife gets Washington, and I get Alaska. Always happy. I'm not always happy. I was saying someone named Happy said to be safe, and my reply was always too happy. Am I the devil? That is an interesting question. Am I the devil? I believe that we are all the villains of someone's story. So we might as well be memorable. But as far as being Satan, no. Not that bad. I've had some exes say I was, but no. Do I believe in Jesus? Yes. So I think the question that you're really asking is if I believe that Jesus Christ is my personal Lord and Savior. Because if you say, do you believe in Jesus, then people could say yes, but then not believe. Because Jesus was a historical figure. There is canonical evidence of this. So the question really is if you believe that Christ is the Son of God. So technically two different things, but I understand what you mean. Yes, I still have migraines. Is this a permanent vacation? No, it's not a permanent vacation. Agreed, James. Thank you. Glad you're always happy. I think... Therefore I am... That was not it. I think happiness, sunshine, is the key to living long, prosperous life. Actually happy, I don't seek happiness. I don't seek joy. I seek contentment. Because happiness is an emotion. Joy is just a feeling. And those come and go. They come and go. What lasts is contentment in whatever you're expressing and whatever you're feeling. If I'm depressed, if I'm sad, if I'm lonely, I'm content in that moment. The contentment comes from knowing it won't last. Even in the darkest of times, even in the most tragic of situations, it won't last. This too will pass. I've been in a few car wrecks. I was never the one driving, always the passenger. I remember as the car was upside down, looking up through the broken glass at how the headlights that were still on refracted through the crack in the windshield. Just for a moment. It lasted maybe a moment. But I remember that. I remember thinking, it's a rainbow. Because in any moment, no matter how terrible, you can still find the beauty. Did my siblings drive me crazy? Have you ever tried to get a ride from any of your siblings? It's not an easy feat. I'm the person giving people rides all the time. Try to get a ride from anyone else, drive you crazy. They won't drive me to the store. I am playing. I'm just playing. No, that's not the reason I'm crazy. Crazy. Crazy for feeling so lonely. I'm crazy. Crazy for feeling so blue. Why did you lie about Alaska being in the middle of nowhere when you weren't? You haven't Googled the places we lived, did you? Ooh. Evil Evie. If someone visited Alaska for the first time, ... Where should they see? Sorry, what should they see? Well, I'd say they should see Alaska. Specifically, I would suggest Prince of Wales. Speaking of accidents, please don't become complacent with water safety when you get to your island. What are your views on life jackets? The people that don't wear life jackets are the people that don't leave the ocean. I say they drowned. Down to Davy Jones' locker. Never to be seen from again. Because most corpses are eaten by the things in the ocean. Am I still married? Only legally. Drink clean water. Breathe fresh air. Where do I live? In your dreams, your fantasies, or maybe your nightmares. Washington State, legally. I legally hold residence in the same in the same county as both of my sons, so therefore I am not legally abandoning anyone by taking this business trip. You were a fan of the show? Very cool, Wolverine. Be sure to check out the videos I have here on YouTube. Looks like a healthy dinner. It is. It's the dessert you have to worry about. Yes, the questions do repeat a bit. Is that a dog bowl? No, it's just a standard metal bowl. Most dog bowls have a much wider base. This is a very narrow base. Because if this was a dog bowl, if a dog tried to eat out of it, it would tip too easily. No, this is just a bowl. You've seen every episode? That is outrageous, Premium Home Service. You love my sense of humor? I almost came back with a joke on that one. Oh, I appreciate that. I can't believe I stumbled on this. How's your family, man? Everyone's doing well. If you just found my channel, be sure to subscribe and check out my videos. Everyone's hanging in there, but for any specifics, you have to reach out to them directly. Thank you, Marilyn. That is very much appreciated. But when you send anything like that, be sure to put a question or something, because it brings up a big area. It's very attention grabbing. So if you put a question, I make sure to answer it. Who was my visitor earlier? The visitor was the dad of the lady that owns the property I'm currently staying on. We are at 695 likes. At 1,000, I give a howl. One moment, guys. Need to fix the setting. There we go. Very funny. Premium Home. Howoo. I don't think that's how I'd spell a howl. I think I'd more pronounce that like howoo. My kids is the reason I'm trying to get the Alaskan property settled for them. So I'm bringing them up next year to be able to give them what I grew up with. Do you still have your digger truck? I'm not sure what you mean. I'm not sure. I still have my my old Ford, my Ford F-350. Eat better and get some shirts. I have shirts, several of them. I'm wearing one right now, and I'm eating beef stew. Am I in Australia? No, no. That is not on my visit list. Yes, I'm starting to get some trolls. The higher my viewer count, the more trolls we get. Eugene, when you get home, I'm going to private message for for address to send my invention to. Give honest feedback and improve on it. I'll fit it in your shirt pocket. It'll fit in your shirt pocket. Please do not do that. So I have to be very, very careful about anything I do with other people's inventions so that people can't claim that anything I make in the future that they gave me the idea for. Please do not send me any inventions, any ideas, or anything like that unless you're willing to sign an agreement that releases me from liability of if I accidentally make something that's similar to what you've made. Then maybe, because one of the big things I want to do with my company that I have, that I'm working on. Hello, Marilyn. Welcome to Silver. Welcome for becoming a member. That is awesome. One of the things I want to do with my companies is actually help people, and help their inventions get out there. Because if I had someone that did that for me, I'd be a billionaire by now. So please do not send me your invention. If you are interested in me helping you out with it, or my company helping out with it, then we can discuss that. Please no information about anyone's inventions or creations. And you shouldn't ever tell anyone what you're making anyway, unless you get them to sign an NDA. I'm in Haines, Alaska. Do you know Parker? You mean like Peter Parker? Like Spider-Man? I found some good stuff at the homestead. Not sure other people would view it like that. But it brought back some memories. Which is what I was after. So, the last time I went to Browntown was a couple years back. I took Eli there. It was not filmed. No, but I did take Eli there. See you tomorrow. I can't stand watching them make dogs at you because they are jealous. If truth known, it's the ex or her family. Just saying. No, definitely not. My ex-in-laws are some of the greatest people I've ever met. I have a sixth sense about being on lookout for bears. I believe you should use all 5 of your senses when it comes to bears. You can actually smell them from a long way off, depending on how the wind is. And they do make some noise, some substantial noise. But yes, you should always be on the lookout for bears. Yes, I was homeschooled. My outlaws hated me. Is that what it's called when they're no longer in-laws? Outlaws? Thank you, Dory. One moment. Oh, yeah, I'm back. Eugene, unless we get something signed, please do not send me your invention. You shouldn't send anyone your invention unless you have it patented. And if you're going to get someone to help with it, make sure they sign an NDA, a non-disclosure agreement. Very true, Brian. Thank you, and that would have been nice. Hello from the Balkan. Are you an outlaw? Maybe we can work together. I do not know what you mean. No, I do not get any royalties. Bear is planning on coming to Alaska, yes. We did get paid, Dylan, just not as much as you would think. Yes, the slow mode is at 2 minutes in order to be able to slow down the messages a bit. Well, I'm glad that you found me, Dan. Dan. Yes, Dark Cloud is my middle name, and that is the DC. So I have a call with my kids in about... Just a second. Actually, I have to go. I was just informed that if I want to talk to my kids, I have to talk to them early because they are busy. So I'm going to have to go so that I can call my kiddos. I will probably be back on in a bit. Y'all guys have a good one. I'm going to go talk to my kids. All right. See y'all guys.